Ollie, how are you, man?
Nev, man, good to hear from you.
Yeah, it's been a little while since we've spoken. What's been happening, man?
Oh, yeah, man. Well, I guess we took pretty much last year off to really focus on writing a new record. And, it was good to spend that time focused on that, but I just felt like now's the time to come back and do some shows. Just booked a little tour. Got a couple of new guys in the band. Got lots of new stuff happening. It's pretty exciting, actually.
Yeah, it's all happening, dude. I mean, of course, Our Last Enemy are kicking off the night they came home to us this week in Brisbane. That's this Friday night at the Globe. And, as mentioned, man, it's been a little while since we have seen you guys, and you've been working pretty hard behind the scenes. And, you mentioned a couple of new guys as well. One may be from Brisbane. Yes,
one is a Brisbane local like yourself. So he's Wade. I think he played in a couple of bands up there, Face and Mutiny, Candy Pain. He knows his stuff, and he's when we needed someone to fill into this tour, he put his hand up straight away. He knew a lot of the material already, and yeah, it's been awesome. He's been really good. He's helped us behind the scenes. He's even helped us with some of the new stuff that we're doing as well, because a lot of the stuff we're doing at the moment is just in our home studios, which I know a lot of people are doing these days, because, technology has made it that way that we can all have a real crack at it at home. He's been helping us out with that. We're excited to hit his hometown, I guess. It's weird.
Yeah, well, he's excited. I mean, Wade, both of us know he's a phenomenal musician.
Yeah.
And he's, you guys have known him for quite a few years. Obviously, when you come up here, we'd all be playing different bands, different times. And I know he's pumped to be working with you guys as well. So it's gonna sound tight, man.
Yeah, and it's great. It's almost like we're coming back to the Brisbane family, you know what I mean? Like, we've got Wade in there, who we always played with one of his bands. We're up there. You and your boys will always play with them when we're up there. It's just Jimmy and the boys. Everyone's just like, yeah, all right, let's do it again. Brisbane fam, let's do it.
It's like old times, man. It's going to be unreal. And, of course, you guys released a kick-ass cover of the Prodigy Spitfire this week. I mean, that came out of nowhere. That's unreal.
Yeah, a little sneaky track drop. Well, the whole idea behind that was that when we first started to take the year off last year, we're like, hey, we've all got some pretty decent studios happening. Let's just do a test song to see how we go. And that's the kind of one we started with. Let's do a cover. We've been playing it live a little bit on the last tour, and it got a really good response every time I played it live. They're like, whoa, man, like that metal cover of the Prodigy's mad. And we're like, oh, cool, let's just do that one. And I kind of just sat there, and then we moved on to the album proper, did another 6 or 7 songs, and when we thought, hey, let's do this tour, we need to get back out there. How about we, put a song out there? We're going to actually put it up for free download on the website soon. And it's just a little bit of a a thanks to the people who've stuck by and have been patient while we work on things. We'll go, here you go, here's a freebie, and so we're pretty excited about that.
And of course, you're teaming up with, was it Cemetery Dance Publications as well?
Yeah, so this awesome. They're one of the bigger horror publishers in America. They do like Stephen King, Clive Barker, Dean Koontz, like some really big names. And one of their authors, Michael Aronovitz, it turns out he's a massive fan of Our Last Enemy, believe it or not, and it's one of his favorite metal bands. And I remember now that he did a review on us once when he was working for a magazine about. It was his awesome review just about how we represented what he loves about horror movies and music all together, and we're like, that's spot on. Anyway, so his new his new book was coming out, and he hit us up and said the guys at Cemetery Dance would love to give you some to give away, basically, and do a bit of a partnership on this tour, and because his book was coming out at the same time as our tour, so it all lined up, and we're like that's perfect for us. We're all massive horror fans, whether it's movies, music, literature, all that jazz. So it was a perfect match for us and a no-brainer.
What's the book called?
It's called Alice Walks. Really cool. I actually can send you the excerpt that I have from it that I've read. That's really, really cool. And as I said, we're giving away. I think it's about 10 copies at the Brisbane show for anyone who bought us a pre-sale. All their email addresses will go in, and we'll just pick 10 at random and give those away. So, yeah, anyone wants to buy a ticket for Brisbane, we're doing the same thing for Sydney as well. And we'll have a few to give away through other means for the rest of the shows. But, yeah, pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man, because it's something that, to my knowledge, hasn't been done. I mean, you hear bands, you know, they'll team up with filmmakers, do short film or different stuff like that, visual, but, you know, the good old, you know, reading, you know, the way it all really started, you know, it's no one's really done it, man, and I think that's super exciting.
Well, yeah, but I guess I have to break it to you. It is an ebook. It will be digitally distributed. So it's still the old school reading, but yeah, it's mostly an ebook. So we're giving people like digital copies of it. But definitely that whole idea of partnering up with a different medium like that's not really done. And I think that's something we've always, you know, tried to do from the start. When we first started the band, we're like, hey, let's go to the States and record with a big producer. One of the first bands to do that. You know, let's get our song in a video game. Let's do this. Let's do that. We're always trying to, you know, be at the forefront of that kind of stuff for us anyway, for what we want to do. So yeah, this one, just another thing that we're trying to kick off. I don't know if it's, you know, heaps of other people will ever do it, but I think just for us, it really matches. We've got that, you know, that horror vibe, that cinematic element, you know, and the lyrics. There's a bit of deeper meaning there, and yeah, it's, you know, a bit like a novel in a way. Some of them, the first album was a concept album, which was like one big book really. So yeah, for us, it just makes sense.
Yeah, it's unreal, man. It's such a cool thing, and I'm looking forward to reading the book as well. And well, of course, you're talking about a new album before. How far off are we from getting the new album? And has it got a name?
Oh, yeah, the exclusive. No, we haven't. Our label keeps asking us the same thing about the name, really. Like, let's put a name on it, let's get it. I'd say we're about 75% of the way done. We've pretty much, you know, written and demoed the vast majority of it. And we're looking to have that completely wrapped up by end of the year. There's a few dates being thrown around for releases, like, March, April, May next year kind of thing. We're really trying to tee it up with some opportunities that we've been presented to tour in the States as well. So there may be a bit of, you know, strategic timing on that one as well. Because, you know, over the last 18 months or so, we've had at least 4 or 5 really big opportunities to do what we want to do with the record and the label overseas. But we just haven't had, you know, we haven't had the record ready to go and do that. So we really want to. It's been a conscious decision of us to play it smart and, you know, have all your eggs lined up. Is that what they say? Or your ducks lined up? Yeah.
Well, I mean, ducks do lay eggs.
So yeah, that's important to us, because I know for me, when an opportunity comes through, I'm like, yeah, I want to jump on it, let's do it. But it's like, let's play smart. Got to have something, you know, have some products to go over there. You don't want to blow your load, so to speak, and not really have anything to back it up. So trying to hopefully that will all line up for next year. So I can definitely say there's a new record next year. And yeah, and as I said, just for the time being, I thought we're flicking out this track for free. We actually teamed up with one of our favourite artists, Shiva, really big electro-industrial artist. He actually did a remix for us on our remix album that we did a few years back.
Yeah.
And we got back in touch with him. He actually reached out to us and said, I'd love to work with you guys again on something. And it's, you know, it turned out to be a really good working relationship, and they added their flavour to it and gave it a bit of a mix and master that helped us out and took us to the next level. And yeah, so we're actually thinking about working closely with him on more stuff. So we'll see what happens with that.
Oh man, exciting times. Man, and of course, as we were saying, the tour kicks off this Friday in Brisbane at the New Globe, and that's with Azrael, the Molotov, and Snake Mountain.
Yeah, and I heard those guys are awesome.
Snake Mountain?
I heard they're awesome, man. I heard they're absolutely insane.
There you go, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man. I like it. We're fun.
No, I'm really looking forward to it.
It's hard to sort of, like when you're talking about someone else's band and you're like, my band. We're here to promote your band.
Yeah.
All right, and then it moves on to Friday, October 13 at the Chippo Hotel in Sydney with Tensions Arise, Horrorwood Mannequins, and Fogwell. Saturday, October 21st at Fitzroy Workers Club, Melbourne with Witch Grinder, Coffin Carousel, the Crepta Children.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
I can read.
You can do it.
I can do this. Death of Art and Nosferotica. Hey, I got that one.
Let's go.
I know. I'm doing it out. I'm usually a lot better than this. Friday, October 28 at Metal Fiesta 13 at the Basement in Canberra with Segression, Levitation Hex, and Amorium, and a few others. That one's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. That's a 2-stage all day of that one. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, unreal. And then, of course, it's wrapping up on Saturday, October 29 at Incursion Halloween.
Yeah, Perth.
Yeah, cool.
We played that event a couple of years ago, and it was really, really cool. Like, it's honestly like their biggest kind of alternative thing they do over there. It was like hundreds and hundreds of people and a huge venue, and just everyone got into it. Everyone's dressed up. Everyone's getting crazy. So really looking forward to ending it on a high with that. And it's also their last ever event, that Incursion Club. So it's going to be a real big one. Yeah,
awesome. That's going to be unreal, man. So, of course, we will see you on Friday night at the Globe. That's Friday, October 6th. And until then, brother, stay safe, and we'll keep cranking that Spitfire.
Thanks, Nev. Really appreciate it, man. Absolutely can't wait to see you boys again this week.